Once upon a time, there was a lonely old maker. He set out to make things. One day he found this other channel. They also made things, similar things, signs. So this maker decided to reach out and ask them to collaborate on a sign for Christmas. Not Halloween, it's not scary ghost time, it's Christmas. So that's what this sign is. You want to see how I made it? Keep watching. Oh, and if you haven't watched the first part yet, where Eric makes his part of the sign, I would suggest you go check that one out first, because it's kind of important. The link is down there in the description. Not here, but below the video. Go watch it now. But if you have watched it and you're here because you want to watch the rest of this get made, then continue on. And while you're at it, subscribe, like, comment, have fun, share with your friends and family, all that stuff. Thank you, and welcome. Now here's the part where I tell you kids, don't try this at home. Fire is because there's a sap line. There's actually a lot of sap, especially right here. You can see it. See it. So a couple of things with the sap line is, you want to put them out right away because, you know, for one, they can catch fire, like you've seen, and you don't want that to get out of hand. And two, if that sap line goes down with the thickness of the wood, it could actually split the wood where that line is. So you want to put it out so it doesn't burn all of the sap all the way through. Yes, I am doing this in the garage, and I should do it outside. It's a little windy today. I do have fire extinguishers. Note that, I do have fire extinguishers. I should also also note that there's two fans pointing towards me, making the fire a little more, wild. I should also note that I have the garage door cracked open a tiny bit. That way all the smoke and dust and all that goes outside. For this next part, we're going to need wire brush, gloves, and a face mask. So I know some of you probably seen this kind of thing done before, but for those who haven't, you're thinking, great, we just torched this nice piece of pine, but fear not, you're going to wire brush that all away and give it a nice grainy texture and give it a weathered kind of old age western kind of look. Should also clamp this down. You see all that black stuff? That is why we wear a mask. You don't want to breathe that in. So I think I'm going to go ahead and burn and brush it at least one more time. See if I can bring out more grain. That's the nice thing about this process. You can kind of do it as many times as you need to. Each time you do it, should bring out a little more grain. I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera though. So I finished the burning. And now I'm going to make a frame, top and bottom as well. I guess not a frame, more like a shadow box, I guess. There's a little bit of a bow in this, so I'll try to squeeze that down as much as I can when I glue this side on. Alright, well, as you can see, I went ahead and finished making the top and bottom, and I also filled in any kind of cracks or nail holes with some putty. So let's sand it down, and then we'll get to painting the outside edge. So I had a thought. Instead of painting it black, if I burned it like that, still gives it nice grain, no brushing involved, and it still makes it darker. Well, what do you think? See, it kind of gets a little darker when it gets wet. It should dry a little lighter. Alright, so let's go work on the laser cut aspects of this project. Okay, well, now we're in a program that came with my vinyl cutter. Actually, doesn't really matter what program it is. Any graphics program should be able to bitmap trace, and that is what we're doing right here. This is just an image of the moon I found online, and I'm gonna select the darker color right here, and then I try to clear up some of the detail, and we'll see. There we go. That is pretty much the kind of engraving I want to put on this moon to kind of make it look like the moon, but not overkill it, I guess. This graphic was a lot bigger than my display, so I had to shrink it down a bit. I actually chose that image because it was so big, and obviously the bigger the image is, the more detail you can get out of it, especially when it comes to doing the bitmap tracing. All those little points you see are exactly that. It's a little point in vector that creates the shapes. Right now I'm just removing the background to kind of invert what I selected before. And not sure if all programs have this, but all those little points, I'm doing what they call a simplify, and if you look at the numbers there on the screenshot, then you can see that it's taken away quite a number of those points. And that's just for when I go back into the laser and etch it, then there's not so much information that it needs to know for those points, because that's a point that the laser has to take in calculation as well. So I did that a couple times. And there we are. The only other thing I do here is take the shape of the moon that's going to be in the sign, which is the kind of shadowy color you see, and then I kind of take that same shape and cut off the points that I don't need on the actual moon. Let's just watch me work here for a second. And then there we go. And then I'll kind of invert that and get the final look. So now here we're doing the other part of this, which is the Santa Claus and reindeer. And doing the same kind of bitmap trace. This graphic is pretty good. The only thing I am worried about is, first off, these ropes that are between each reindeer are too thin. And the same thing with the antlers and the bottom of the sleigh. So what I'm going to do here is erase those ropes, and I figured I can use like twine or something and actually make kind of looking like real ropes out of twine, I guess, on the finished product. So I'm just going to go ahead and watch
me erase a little bit more of these lines. Alright, so now all of the ropes are erased. And now I am basically going to separate this into 3 separate images. The sleigh, the first 2 reindeer, and then the rest of the reindeer. So I'm going to skip ahead to that. So there's the first part of it. I actually don't have video of me thickening up the antlers and the sleigh. It's kind of a process too. I basically have to copy each layer again, minus the antlers, and then minus the deer on the other one, and then beef up the antlers and then put them back together. Yeah, it's fun. So let's just get these cut out. That is kind of the sped up view. Not really much to show. It's kind of self-explanatory. Laser does all the work. So let's move on to the LED electronics. So this is a cheap little Halloween set of fairy lights. I think there's about 20 on there. Runs off of 2 AA batteries, and that is a key factor here. 2 AA batteries are 1.5 volts each, so that's only 3 volts. These would have worked out great if I could have found the right voltage and the right length of lights. They are easy to bend and easy to use. I just would have had to glue them down and things would have been great. But instead, because everything else I'm using is running off a USB, and the USB is 5 volts, I mean, I'm sure I could have put a resistor in somewhere, but I just wasn't thinking about it. And anyway, I blew these set really quickly. That's fine. I bought another one. It was USB, but then that one was too long. And apparently, depending on the set you get, you either can't cut fairy lights, or you got to cut them on a certain number of length. But I didn't have time to figure all that out, so I ended up taking the white LED strip light, what you're about to see, and snipping off one LED at a time and wiring in between them. It worked out fine, it just took a little longer. So here is the white LED strip and running off the rechargeable battery. Again, this is 5 volts. And this is basically going to go around where the moon is sitting on the inside of that wood. And it should edge light the moon and also kind of backlight it, since it's going to reflect off of the wood in the background. And here I am just testing it out, lighting it up for the first time. And I believe right here I figured out you can also speed it up and slow it down depending on the mode. I think if it's a solid color, it actually goes lighter and, it'll also go brighter and dimmer.
So I got all this down best I could anyway. Was not expecting to do all that work. That's a lot of soldering. And I was not very good at it before. I guess I'm better now at it. So still have to get all these lights down, but the first step is going to be to secure the moon down. And I don't know if you can tell, well, we have the lights on, but placement is kind of skewed a bit to the right. And that's because of the, you can see the engraving I put, which was an actual image of the moon. I wanted to see these kind of craters, so I kind of moved it off to the edge. And then that gives me room for a couple screws. I don't think I need to glue it down. Nothing's going to be pushing on it or anything, so let's get these on. Okay, so that shouldn't be going anywhere. Now, the next step. So I want to put something right there, so I laser cut these little shapes, and then I have some square ones as well. They're 3 layers of plywood glued together. If I glue this down, it's going to give me something to kind of attach the light to. Then also going to add some glue. Still have to drill a hole through the back for the wire. Not sure what to do with the switch. I may just leave this hanging. Glue it down to there maybe. That's where it's gonna go.
These little L brackets are laser cut pieces I had left over from another project, and they just happen to be sitting in my desk still. So I thought if I break off a little corner and then I glue them together, and what you won't see is I go sand them down to make a nice little L bracket for the switch to help support it.
There we go. 2 more steps and we're done. Well, what are you waiting for? Let's go in the garage. Is this what you've been waiting for? Time to tell ghost stories? If you're watching this alone, don't turn off the lights. If you feel someone tapping on your shoulder, it's just me. That's my dog barking.
And now that we have the LEDs all done and soldered up and everything, I went ahead and centered it onto this backside here, because I need to put some standouts roughly in the corners. That way I can hold it off of the back a little bit. Essentially, it'll go like that. This gets screwed into there, and then this side gets right there. So you want to put one right there. It'll be 1 3/4, and also 1 3/4. Okay, well that wasn't the easiest thing. Trying to line up all 4 holes. Yeah, that's fun. Now, yay. Still works.
So here I just wanted to secure the USB cable and the battery, and I've used Velcro in the past and you have to glue it down, but the command strips actually work pretty good. Simple solution.
All right, well the last part to do is to put Santa Claus flying over the moon. But I think I'm gonna wait till I get to Eric, Vicky's, and Dave's house, and we'll do that together.
You enjoying this?
Okay.
Here it comes.
You might not need this stuff this time. You still want to try it?
Might not need what?
The accelerator?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Heck yeah. I'm all about instant.
Instant gratification. There you go.
See,
Voila!
now I'm getting the hang of it.
You need to take that off and let's close it up so it doesn't.
You're messing up my mojo here, woman.
Oh, woman? Excuse me? Don't get me in there.
Messing up my mojo.
Just your hand.
I was on a roll.
You're gonna be on a roll, all right.
And then you.
You'll be rolling right out the door. Oh, by your nose.
Oops. Excellent. Now we're rocking.
That's why I gave you a paper towel, goober. You can't complain about my resin on your mat and you just put glue on it.
I never complain about your resin.
You always complain about my resin.
No, this is sanding and gouging. That's done with the sander and all those power tools you use.
I didn't gouge on the sander.
Now I'm gonna have your bickering on my channel too.
Buy me my own power tools. No problem.
You need to buy your own mat.
Vicky's gonna have her own channel soon.
No. You.
All right, those seem all pretty
work.
solid.
Yeah, I know it.
You missed that one.
Missed.
Wow.
All right, tell me where, kind of here? Yeah,
Down.
that's where it's at.
That's fine.
Too late to change mine now.
Yep. You okay over there? Like you're about to bust your button or something.
Bust your butt. Hold it back.
Ruh-roh.
There you go.
All right. Lay her down. Put her where she goes. Is that about right?
There. Is that not?
Was there
I
one?
thought we had one there.
Maybe we didn't.
Nope.
Well, maybe we need to.
We have one here.
Yeah, there probably should be one there.
We'll slip one under there.
A little.
Here.
No, that's not what I wanted you to do, but that's all right. You don't listen to me anyway.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Sorry, I didn't hear
I
you.
missed that. Now, did you put it on the top and the bottom, or just the bottom?
Back to the top, yeah.
Well, then why'd you spray it with accelerator?
You know what? It's not going anywhere. It's fine. Look.
Well, it's something to push down on, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Glad I
fine.
thought of it. All right. Okay. Here we are again. Here's the finished product. Babe, can you get the lights? Let's see what it looks like with the lights off. Look at that. That is cool.
Yeah, so we have LEDs, one LED in each star. We have an LED going around the moon. Then we have color LEDs going around the edges.
Now, how did you do the pattern in the moon craters and whatnot?
So I actually found an image of the moon and did a little tracing, I guess, bitmap tracing
Yeah.
to get some detail.
Yeah.
And then I engraved it with my laser.
Huh. So that's laser engraved stuff, just was
Laser
it in the
engraved,
raster mode or something? Then? Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, that looks
And
stinking cool.
so the outside works on the controller, and you can actually, there's a remote thing somewhere.
Oh, where you hit the actual.
There you go. So you can like change color,
Gotcha.
or you can do standard different modes, whatever.
Yeah. The glowing thing or whatever.
Yeah. So this is all running off of a USB rechargeable battery.
Right.
I also got a power supply just in case.
Uh-huh.
So
And then the frame, tell us about the frame.
yeah, so the frame, I went ahead and just actually glued a couple pieces of pine together,
Okay.
and then I torched the heck out of it and wire brushed it, and that's how you get this look.
Yeah, it almost has sandblasted look. It has
Yeah.
sandblasted feel the way the grain stands
It's
out.
pretty much the same kind of thing. You torch it and then you scrape off the char.
Yeah.
And I did it a couple times, and it brings out that texture.
Yeah.
And then
That's really cool.
this is just pine as well. I just kind of lightly
Right.
burned it just to give it the kind of consistent feel.
Right. And then it's got just one coat of finish on it on the box part, right?
One coat of finish on everything on here.
Yeah. And then on the reindeer and Santa, I haven't got any finish on this yet because I just didn't know what you were gonna do.
Right. Well, I could usually do that. So.
Yeah, that's easily done. So
That looks awesome.
wow.
And then of course
Amazing.
this is attached with standoffs, a 1-inch
Yeah.
standoff, so you can see you can actually, nothing.
Well, yeah, you
back
could
there,
turn
so-
it around and they could see the screws from the back
That's true.
side. So there's the power supply
Right.
and the screws from the back side. So those are on standoffs, and so that thing's nice and solid. I'll just have to be really careful wherever I have to ship it. Maybe we'll get lucky and somebody around here will win it that I can drive it
Local
over.
pickup, yeah.
Yeah.
Or come and get it. Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Not likely. That is so cool.
And of course, I have my logo and
There's
signature,
your-
and he's gonna add his as well.
I'll add our plaque on the back of there, but and then I'm gonna put a French cleat on this, so then it can either it can just stand up on a mantle, or you'll be able to hang it on a wall. Either one.
Yep.
Yeah, that is so cool. Great job, Jason. Fantastic. That came out better than I had envisioned it. That really looks.
It's exactly how I envisioned it.
Yeah, no, that just came out amazing. I love it. I really love it.
I mean,
Terrific.
as soon as we started talking about the idea,
Yeah.
this is what I pictured.
That's what you had in your mind. Yeah, yeah. Well, I know we went back and forth 3 or 4 times on what we wanted to do and how we wanted to do it, but yeah, guys. So this is the kind of stuff Jason does. So you guys, man, he just does amazing stuff. I love your creativity, man. Terrific. All right. Okay, that is it. So this is your channel.
This is my channel.
You wrap
Why
it
are you
up.
taking it over?
I don't know.
That's what
I
he
can't.
does.
I just can't
He
shut
gets
up.
bossy.
Yeah.
Maybe we can have lights again. Yeah. So I guess that is it.
Yeah.
Like,
like,
subscribe,
subscribe,
and until next time,
and until next time.
let's do the cut.
All right. Hey, love it. Cool.
All right,
Yeah,
guys.
awesome. Thanks, guys. If you're still watching or whatever, it's been fun. Merry Christmas. It was fun, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for working with me. I love it.
Yeah, we'll
Terrific.
have to do it again sometime.
Yeah.
Good luck to whoever
Yeah.
wins. Like, good luck. I guess Merry Christmas to whoever wins this.
Yeah. What?
Zip it. You can talk.
All right. I'll shut up.
This is why I cut things out. So good luck to all of you, and Merry Christmas, and we'll see who wins this. That's it. Yeah.
Bye.